Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just Another 20-something with me, Marissa. Let's start off by saying, hey, how have you been? It's been a hot minute since I've talked to you guys. Let's just first off, start with the explanation. Start with all of the excuses as to why that is. Honestly, guys, summer is a very, very busy time. I think everyone can relate to this. This is when everyone, usually starts getting some time off, starts to do things with friends, especially now, like in this age where things are opening up again and it's getting sunny and everyone's just out and about. And, I started this when it was prime pandemic time where we were at home all the time. We got nothing really going on. And now it's like, guess what? People are going out. I also have to work in person. And so things are hustling and bustling once again. So it's been it's been a little bit of a time. I will say though that I think this summer, there's just going to be less episodes. I'm sorry, I hate it as much as you. I have had so much anxiety around I need to post at a certain time and blah, blah, blah. And truly, it's just for my own sake. I know that not everyone is literally like, oh my gosh, where's her episode? Truly, no one has said anything. It's just my own neuroses being like, bitch, you have not uploaded. And I like to do this. It's fun for me. That's obviously why I created this, was because it's a fun little outlet for me to talk and, be creative and get my juices flowing. And so I want to stay on top of it. But I will be honest. I think the summer months, it's going to be a little bit slower. And let me tell you why. All of my friends are moving. Pretty much all of them are moving away or, stepping into different chapters of their life to where I won't really get to see them. And so I'm trying to see everyone before they leave. And so to do that, that means pretty much every day off that I have, I'm hanging out with a friend. And I'm doing the things so I can see them before I don't see them for, a hot minute. And then, when I do work, I just, honestly, there are times where I probably could record on work days, like if I work in the morning and get home in the afternoon. But when I work the night shifts, sometimes there's people in the house still before I leave for work. And I do get awkward recording when I know someone else is in the house. So, and I'm in a small house. So if I know that someone's in the next room, I will be hypersensitive, knowing that they can hear every word that I'm saying. So that's just not going to happen. So this is leaving me with pretty much zero time to record, except for today. Look at me. I'm recording at almost 9 p.m. because I also have just been really lazy today. I just kind of wanted to not do anything for some hours, but then I got a little boost of energy and here I am. I'm ready to record. So, this is what it is. But I just wanted to clarify, I think for the rest of July, you can probably be like, see ya. I definitely want to come back in August, especially for the start of Bachelor in Paradise. I'll be honest, guys, Katie's season has been a little bit boring. I think these last few episodes will be good. So for sure we'll do a recap on the finale and stuff like that. But I definitely want to dive straight into Bachelor in Paradise. I think that'll be great. And then I can do all my summer topics that I haven't talked about yet. So don't worry. I will still be releasing episodes. It's just right now, it's just really busy. And I'm trying to live in the moment and see my friends And there are times where obviously I could record with them, but I also don't want to force them to record with me when maybe that's not the activity we want to be doing that day. So I hope you all can understand. I'm sure you have been fine. But I'm glad that you guys are listening to this episode. This one's a little bit of a fun one. I'm going to pretty much get into a life update, and then we're going to talk about some little tips on how to romanticize your life. I know that's, I know it's chuggy to say that, or cheesy or whatever, but you know what? In the stage of life that I'm in, I kind of need to romanticize my life because otherwise, honestly, I'm sad. Maybe that's a little too personal. Sorry, but if I'm not romanticizing everything that I do, then what's the frickin' point? Like, what is going on? So, let's start in the life update. So, here's a big one that is interesting. I am starting to date again. Whoa. She's dating. Yeah, it's been interesting. To be completely honest, and this kind of ties in with the topic of my friends moving, is that, you know, I'm in the stage of life where I'm not going to be living in the same area as my friends all the time. Like, of course I can make new friends, and that's something that I want to do, but like, all in all, I'm not going to be living in the same town as my best friends all the time. That's just the fact of life, which is stupid and dumb, but it's true. So I also kind of realized, I was like, well, you know, maybe it's time to look for a companion to do some things. And so that has led me to dating. It's actually really funny because right when I was telling this to myself, like in my mind, I was like, you know what, Marissa, I think you're ready. I think you're ready to go back into the stupid world of dating. Right after that, a boy actually approached me. I was just minding my own business, sitting on this park bench, and this man came up to me and we just hit it off. We started talking, laughing. It was amazing. Unfortunately, this tale does not end in a happy ending. I mean, everything was fine. We went on a date. Like, he actually ended up hanging out with me and one of my friends. We went to drinks, and he was really fun. He was really cool. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll go on a date with this guy. Like, this guy seems like a good first person to go on a date with. So we went on a date, and it was a little subpar. He just wasn't as fun as he was the first day that I met him. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of annoying. Like, why aren't you as fun? Because I was just as fun as I was the first night. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but he just wasn't really as charismatic. I don't know. It just like, I couldn't tell if it was like nerves or maybe he was just like weird. I don't know. But anyway, he's not even from around here. He was actually just visiting. So it was fine. It was a perfect step into the dating life. And then I actually just went on another date this past weekend. So look at her go. She is dating. I'm not gonna lie though, I don't know how people do this. Like, do people go on just like a ton of first dates, or do you take that person on a second date even if you don't really like them that much, just to see if maybe there's something there? I need people to tell me how to do this because I truly have no idea what I'm doing. I went on this date with this guy. I met him off of one of the apps. I'm not going to say which one because honestly I have all three, so it doesn't even matter at this point. But started talking to him off of the apps. He was very sweet. We ended up like, you know, we went to the same college, so I was like, wow, that's hilarious. And we were chatting, whatever. But then, and thank God that he doesn't follow me on any social media and knows that I have a podcast and here I am talking about him. But he just started to text like a lot, like a little too much per se, like just constantly messaging me. And I'm like, okay, like I kind of want to go on a date with you first before I keep texting you all the time. First of all, I'm just not a huge texter. So that's also just the worst thing about online dating is that is exactly what you have to do. You have to message these people. You have to message and message, and then you go on the date, and then you probably message some more. And I'm like, ugh, you know what I don't want to do? Constantly be texting this person I don't know. Like, that doesn't bring me joy in any way. And he was starting to get a little weird over text. Like, not only would he text me a lot, he started to call me girl after every single message. Like, hey girl, oh girl. And I was like, boy, what the actual hell? Why do you keep saying this to me? And so I was starting to get nervous, it was coming up to the date and I was like, oh God, like, what if this guy sucks? He didn't suck. He actually was very nice. Like, he was a nice guy. I just personally didn't feel like a huge spark. And that's the other thing. Are you supposed to feel a huge spark after your first date? I mean, you should probably feel a good enough spark to want to go on a second one. I guess that's basic knowledge, but I definitely just wasn't feeling that, really. I don't know. He was nice, but I was getting a lot of frat boy vibes from him, and that's just not the type of person that I'm attracted to. So I am debating whether I go on a second date with him. He's been texting me since, big shocker, and I haven't really been responding because I just don't care. And again, I also don't have freaking time. I don't know why I'm trying to do this at the same time. Like, I'm trying to see my friends before they move. And so a lot of my weekends or like days off are booked out. Like, I'm freaking not available right now. And so this guy is like, oh yeah, I'm available whenever. Tell me when. And I'm like, oh yeah, let me tell you when. I don't know. So that's been kind of my dating life. I haven't started talking to a new person yet. I think I will later. Honestly, I think I'm just going to focus on my friends right now because I want to see them. And I don't want these random people to get in the way of, me seeing my friends. And I have plenty of time to keep going on dates. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's a weird limbo. If anyone knows the right way to do this, please let me know. There's probably not. Or if you also just know a nice person who is charismatic and funny, send him my way. Because that's honestly what I'm looking for. That's also kind of what this guy, he just wasn't super funny. Okay, you know what? This is going to be very nitpicky, but he didn't even know who Cody Ko was. Like, what? Excuse me? You don't know who Cody Ko is? Like, what are we even doing? And he didn't like Disney. Doesn't like any Disney movies. I'm not saying this is a huge red flag, but I like some Disney and I like some Cody Ko. In fact, literally all I've been doing is watching Cody Ko videos and watching High School Musical, the series on Disney Plus. So if you can't match this level, I just don't know what we're going to do. Anyway, so I've been doing that. That's my little life update. Work is going really good. We're about to have I think it's like a 6-month or check-in or something like that, which is crazy. I can't believe I've already been working for I think it's either 6 or 7 months. It's insane. But I'm excited. I'm nervous. I know we're going to be talking about growth and stuff like that. So I've been kind of just racking my brain of what I really want to do, which is hard because for me, as you guys all know, I never know what I'm doing with my entire life at any moment. So trying to pick something that I want to do is difficult for me, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Luckily, my team is super great and they can help me along the way. So, and then of course, boiling back down to the big portion, all of my friends are moving. It kind of just feels weird. I mean, it's definitely sad. I don't want my friends to move away. I want us to just again, be in the same town, do all the fun things like we've done for this past year. But of course, this past year has also been in a pandemic, so everyone had to like move home and do the things. And I guess it also just kind of sucks because they are moving and doing other things with their lives to where, I guess I'm just still here, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a different thing. I don't know. It's complicated, but that kind of goes into my topic of how to romanticize your life. And why I've been wanting to do this is because I am staying in my hometown, living with my parents, and I mean, I'm working at a job that I really like, so at least there's that. But like, it's not what I thought I would be doing at, almost 24 years old, which is also stupid of me because everyone's life path is completely different and age truly doesn't matter. Like, whenever these things happen to you, it could happen at any age, doesn't matter. But in my stupid little brain, I have this image where I need to have this done by a certain age, even though that doesn't make sense. So, I've been starting to get into my head a little bit, especially recently. Truly, I think I'm about to start my period, so I'm a little emotional. So disregard any of that. But I've just been a little emotional recently, and I've been a little in my feels. And I'm sad that everyone's leaving, and sometimes I feel like I don't have this full group of friends that I can go off and do things in my small town. Like, I have one of my best friends is still going to be here with me, but she has her own life and her own things to do, and I can't rely on her all the time. So it's like, okay, I need to start making new friends and reaching out and being a better friend to people. And it's just like, ugh, effort. No. Truly, it's nerve-wracking. I'm always a little nervous making new friends, just because I always want people to like me, of course. I mean, the classics. But it's weird because I haven't really had to make a new friend in a long time. I've kind of just had, my friends for years now. So it's like, oh yeah, I really need to start putting the effort in getting to know someone and being open myself and doing all the things that I need to do. So again, this leads me to how to romanticize my life in my small town. Let's start off with number one. Number one is make mundane things more fun. So in my small town, which it's hilarious that I'm saying is a small town because it's really just like 4 small towns all into one, because they're all kind of next to each other and we kind of hop away around to every town, but everyone still knows everyone. I mean, of course, there's strangers that I don't know, but like truly this community knows everyone. Everyone's interconnected somehow. And so there's also not a lot to do in this small town. I'm trying to find more and more fun things to do, even just by myself. It doesn't have to be with another person, but of course, I would rather do it with another person. But I'm trying to find things that I can make more fun. So luckily for me, my town does have a Target. And again, I know this is super just basic that I'm talking about, but you know what? I'm kind of a basic bitch sometimes. I'll be real. I like my basic things, and the most basic thing that I like is freaking Target. Because truly, like, I know all the stupid sayings that are like, oh, I just like wander in Target for like hours on end and I'm at peace. But guys, it is, I do feel at peace. I feel at peace when I wander through a Target. Doesn't matter where the Target is. It's just nice. I like that every Target has the same stuff. I like the clothing section. I like trying on the different jewelry and looking at the shoes. I like going to the home decor section, even though I don't own a home. Like, I will do this probably till the day I die, and I don't care. So I even have this little bullet point goes, don't just go to Target. Roam the aisles. And I mean roam those aisles. This is a trick, huge trick. No one knows about it. This is a trick that me and Joe did, my brother, when we were growing up. Not even just in a Target, it would be in any store where we had to wait for our mom to do something. Usually it was going to the doctor, and usually it would be Barnes & Noble that we would be doing this. But this can work for a Target or any store that you'd like. You gotta roam the heck out of those aisles. I mean, you're walking down pretty much every aisle, staring, touching, doing anything. Okay, well, that sounds weird. Don't do anything. But just, really absorb what's in those aisles. Like in Barnes & Noble, for example, we would be going down like the spirituality section where it's like a bunch of books on Christianity and Islam and Buddhism or whatever. And we'd be like, interesting. And like, pick it up a little bit, skim a couple books. Wasn't interested in that topic at all, but we would do that. And we would go through every aisle doing that exact same thing. And so I would also do that at Target. I've been actually getting more and more comfortable doing stuff by myself. And this is one of the things that I will do. I will go to my Target, my local Target, and I will instantly go to the clothes section. Now, the problem is that this Target in particular, their clothes section always sucks. Somehow I do find things, but somehow it's also like the worst thing ever. But I will scan every section of that clothes section till I find something good. And I usually do. Mostly Wild Fable, because you know what? They have the best fucking crap, and I don't care. I don't care that it's going to break in 2 seconds. I paid $2 for it. It's fine. I will shop at Wild Fable till I die. Probably not, but it is great. So yeah, I will roam every single aisle in Target, and I will have a great time. And usually, like, you can put your headphones in, you can listen to a podcast, you can live your freaking best life. Another thing you could do is make the trip to Target super fun. You can be blasting your music all the way up, having a dance party, just pretending that no one can hear or see you, screaming those lyrics outside your freaking car window. I honestly cannot go anywhere without blasting music. It feels wrong. Unless, of course, I am listening to a podcast, then it's different. But if I'm listening to music, it has to be loud, and I have to be singing, and I have to be jamming. So you don't even have to do this just to Target. You could do this to any mundane location that you were doing. So do it. This one I also like. I actually did this today. Go on a nature drive to your location. So my difference was, so today I went and got some lunch with my friend and her grandma. I love them. They're just pretty much like family. So we went and got lunch and caught up. And so they then left and I was on my way home. And I was like, you know what? I'm not ready to go home like just yet. I'm going to go on a little detour. And so I drove all around the little town that we got lunch in. And it used to be where I used to live. Then I moved. So I know that place like the back of my hand. And you know what? I drove all around it. And I was blasting my freaking music. And I was jamming. And I was just having a good freaking time. Because I'm like, why not? Like, I don't need to go home right this second. I can go enjoy myself in my car. And so I did. And it was actually really fun. And I like it. And something you could also add to this, which I would have added, but I also really had to pee, so I eventually did go home. But you could get a coffee or a tea or a lemonade. Whatever you want to get, it adds to the fun. You could also bring this coffee, tea, lemonade into the Target that you're probably driving to. You know, it's just the little things. Also, going out of your house and like getting a coffee or a tea or whatever also just adds a little spice to your day. Like, I truly would have I don't know how. I've only been to Dutch Bros once, but I'm already addicted to their lemonades. They have a vast variety of different kinds of lemonades, and I'm obsessed. I mean, I'm truly obsessed. And I've only had one flavor. but I'm dying to try the other ones. And so today, if I didn't have to pee so goddamn badly, I would have gone to the Dutch Bros and gotten me a new lemonade and jammed out in my car as I drove around the little town. I was very tempted to even just like stop in the grocery store and go pee, but I was like, you know what? I don't super want to interact with humans and public restrooms. I'm not a public restrooms lady. It's not my thing. I will try to avoid it at all costs. That's how you can make some mundane things seem a little more fun. I'm sure all of you freaking know this, and I'm sure all of you freaking do it. So this isn't new news. Most of this stuff that I'm going to be telling you, you're going to be like, yeah, okay, good one. To come up with that on your own? Yeah, I did, and I wrote it down in a notebook, so you're welcome. But the next thing you can do is actually not mundane things at all. It's doing things with your friends. And this could be with your friends or with yourself. Of course, me, I'm very much a quality time person. That is my top love language, both with myself and with people, but I love spending time with people. So this is do things with your friends. So I have two little sections here. One that is things that cost money. Unfortunately, as much as I could be like, oh yeah, all of these things you could do for free. No, if you really want to romanticize your life, you're going to have to frickin' spend some cash. And I've been spending some cash this summer, my guys. And you know what? It's okay because I work and luckily I'm just living at home right now. There's no plan to move out right this second. So I put some money in my savings and then I spend some money. I don't have any bills yet, so I think it's okay. Obviously, once the summer stops, though, I'm going to really hone in. But it's summer. Live a little. So you're going to have to spend some money. So the things that cost money that some of these I haven't even actually done yet, but some I have. Some things that could be really fun is going to a museum. I love museums, art museums, history museums. Are those the only two? Whatever. I want to go. I have actually been dying to go to the art museum because I know that they're open now, and I love the art museum. I think that's like my top museum type is art. I think it's so fun. We did, me, my friend, and my brother did go to the Chihuly Art Museum in, or I guess it was like the Chihuly Glass Museum in Seattle. And that was amazing. It was a little overpriced for what you were kind of getting, but stunning regardless. Got some cute ass pics, and it was a great time. And that, honestly, that whole day, we spent that day in Seattle, and I felt like, I was like, oh, I just live in Seattle. This is my life, and this is what I'm doing. It's really cool, cute, cute, cute. Like, it kind of transported me out of like what I do day to day. And I think that's honestly like the biggest part of romanticizing your life is sometimes you got to break up the monotony. Like you can't just do the same thing every single day. It's not going to make you super happy. Like you have to do things that are different and spice it up a little bit. And going to museums could be one of your things. Another thing is shopping trips. I also love to shop, and I don't mean just like at the mall, but I mean that could be a thing if you want it to be. But you could do shopping trips at I love like outdoor malls where there's just like a bunch of little shops right next to each other. Those are the cutest. Little downtown like boutique shops are super fun. Again, going to Seattle and going shopping over there. There's like a huge shopping district. That's super great. I mean, there's tons of fucking things you can do in shopping trips. And when you're with your friends and you're spending some money, it's kind of fun. And getting new things, that just spices up your life immediately. Now, of course, don't spend all your money. I know it's hard. It's very easy to do. Just recently, I bought, a ton of books that I probably didn't need, but I'm super going to read, and I'm excited about them. it costs some pretty pennies to buy 4 books in one day. So, you might not want to do that all the time, but when you do buy something, it does just give you a little bit of dopamine, and I do appreciate it. Okay, next is one of my favorites, dinners and drinks. So going out to dinner, going out to drinks. This could also be like going out to lunch and going out to breakfast. Going out for food, regardless, is super fun with your friends. That's one of our main activities when I hang out with my friends now, is just we go out for dinner and we have a great freaking time. I mean, literally today I went out to lunch with my friend and her grandma, and it was amazing. And we got to catch up and chat and have a nice little meal. And then you're out of the house, and again, it spices it up a little bit. Now for me, I didn't really have anything planned for the rest of the day, so my day was a little bit boring, but it was also nice to have a little bit of downtime, but then one special thing in the day that I could look forward to. So those little things are great. Also, recently, I have been getting very obsessed with going out for drinks. Going out for drinks is expensive, though, so keep that in mind. Can't do that every day, but I've been getting so into it that I've been taking a picture of every drink location that I'm at, because I love getting drinks. I think it's so fun. There's so many different alcoholic beverages to try, and I love when certain restaurants or bars have like really specific ones that like are for their bar. Like, I like to try what their menu crafts instead of like something that I could just make up, because I think it's cute and I think it's fun, and they always like dress it up all cute. And so then I take a picture and I put it on my Instagram story, because I have a little highlights of all the drinks that I've been getting. And I think it's so fun, and I think it's cute, and that spices up my day. Every time I do it, I'm like, yeah, I'm an Instagram influencer. Like, have to show everyone the drink that I'm getting. But honestly, it's cute, and I feel cute whenever I do it. I'm like, yeah, I'm out for drinks tonight. Really cool. Even though it's really like, it's not that cool, but it's fun for me. So that's a really good one. And this last one is also a personal favorite, but going to the movies. I love going to the movies. It was honestly such a heartbreak when the movie theaters were closed down for the pandemic. But now they are opening up again. And I did go see Cruella in theaters. And let me just freaking say that was amazing. Truly, actually, like, such a good movie. And it was so nice to watch it in theaters. Like, first of all, the theater wasn't that packed, so I felt fine in there. And I was, like, with some friends. And it was just nice. It was nice to kind of have things feel a little normal. And I just miss the movie theaters so much. So that was really great. But let's do mention some things that you can do for free that can spice up your life. And again, you could do this alone. You can do this with friends, whatever you want to do. Obviously, super easy one, going for walks. I need to do this more, just because I do want to start exercising more. I really think I might get a gym membership, because it's like, you know what? I should probably be working out, because I really don't have any excuses anymore. Because I used to be like, I don't want to go to the gym because of the pandemic. It's like, okay, well, the pandemic is getting a little better. So you could probably go to the gym now. And I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. But if you don't want to go to the gym, you can go on some walks. And I do love walking outside. It's such a nice, rejuvenating feeling. Obviously, I've talked about it before on the podcast. It really does just like make you feel like, at least when I go on walks and I like listen to a podcast, I just like, again, separate myself from like my mundane life, and I'm like focusing on the nature, focusing on the podcast, just taking a little break. And it's good to exercise, because that also, lets the endorphins go crazy. This one is specific to my love, but go to the freaking beach, my guys. I went to the beach not that long ago, and it's just amazing. I love the beach so much. I know not everyone's going to have the exact same experience as I do at the beach, because it's truly my safe haven. If I don't own a beach house at some point in my life, I will be disappointed in myself. So again, maybe that's not your favorite thing, but going to the beach is fun. I feel like everyone likes the beach. And they have cute little shops and cute little restaurants. And then, of course, the ocean. So go to the beach. Another one that's super fun, especially for the summertime, is going on picnics. I love a good picnic. It's honestly so much fun. And it does help you save money because you can usually just bring food that you have at your house already or just go to the grocery store. And you can just get cheap little snacky foods, lay out this nice big blanket wherever you'd like. My preferred spot for a picnic is either in a big grassy field. There's not a lot where we're at though, or a dock. That's usually where we go. A nice dock, and you can watch the sunset and have your food, and it's just magical. Next is movie nights. Obviously, this kind of goes with movies, but you can just do it in your own living room and just do it off of the many streaming sites that you're already paying for. So it feels like you're not paying for anything. Movie nights with friends is honestly the best. I haven't had enough of those recently. I've mostly been watching movies by myself, but it's okay. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Next is bonfires. Again, this is pretty much only for summertime, but bonfires are freaking great. That's another like situation where I always feel like, I don't want to say it's like an out of body experience because that's so dramatic, but like, you know, when you're sitting by a bonfire and you're talking with your friends and you're just like, yeah, life is like good right now. That's how it feels. This one is also pretty much pertains to me, but podcasting. I love podcasting with my friends. It's actually like the most fun ever. It's just so much fun. I love all the episodes that I've done with guests, which are literally all my friends. And I think it's so fun and it's so entertaining and everyone's just cute and nice and I love it. So definitely recommend that. And then game nights. Oh, I want to do more game nights. You just have a ton of board games or card games, video games, you know, whatever. I love doing game nights. You know what I really want to play is Mario Kart. I haven't played Mario Kart in a fat minute. If anyone has a Wii or any other way we could play Mario Kart, let's do it. Cool. Okay, next is go on little trips. So this kind of goes again, like I just went to the beach not that long ago and we spent a few nights there. It actually wasn't that expensive. I mean, to be fair, it was split between 4 people, but I mean, if you have like 4 people who want to go to the beach, go freaking split it up. And honestly, I feel like you could probably do it with even just like 2 or 3. You don't even need that many people, and it cuts up the cost. And it's super freaking fun, and you don't even have to be there for that long. I mean, we were there for 3 days, 2 nights. Perfect. Amazing. I mean, of course, would I have wanted to spend my entire life there? Yes. But 3 days is like almost the same. But yeah, so that was really great. Another thing that I'm actually about to do tomorrow is get a cheap freaking hotel in the city, whatever city that you're next to, or it doesn't even have to be like a big city. It could even be like just a cute little town. Like for us Washingtonians, like it would be cool to like get a cute little Airbnb in Forks or something. Like that would be really cute. But getting a cheap hotel in the city, spending the night, having some fun times, you know, going out to dinner, getting drinks, taking pictures. It's super fun. And so that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Me and my friend we got a hotel. And it's just going to be one night, but I'm super excited because we both don't have to work those days. So we're going to spend the night in the city, and we're going to go to happy hour, and we're going to take some pics, and we're going to have a great freaking time, and I'm excited. Another thing that you can do is FaceTime your friends. And this is something that I need to work on because I'm kind of the worst at communicating. It's so funny. It's like, I love spending time with people, but when it has to deal with like texting or calling, I am truly the freaking worst. So I need to get better at that. And I think I will be, since all my friends will be gone. So it's like, okay, how am I going to keep in touch with you anyway? But you can make it fun. You don't have to just have like, you know, a 1-hour phone call between the two of you. you could do a Zoom happy hour. Me and my friends did this a long time ago, and it actually was really freaking fun. I like getting drunk. Who doesn't? And it's fun when you're all drinking different things and you're on the camera and you're like, hee hee. Another thing that you could do with the Zoom happy hour is have a game night over Zoom. One of these girls that I follow on YouTube, she does game nights with her friends over Zoom. And it's so freaking cute. They also drink. They have this great time. And it's like they're all together. And then, they go to bed and whatever. Like, I think that's so cute and so fun. And I want to do that more often. LOL. And then my last one that I wrote was dating. Dating does jazz up your life. I will tell you. You are constantly meeting new people and having different experiences, which, if that's what you're looking for, then here you go. And that is something that I am sort of looking for, I guess. I'm not going to lie, though. I mean, I know we kind of touched on this, but meeting new people is hard when you don't really have a connection with them. Like, that's the hardest part is, yeah, you get to meet a bunch of new people, but after a while, it does get a little exhausting when you don't have anything in common with any of the people that you're meeting up with. Or you do have stuff in common, but it's just like not there. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But another thing that I want to personally put on there now is making new friends. I think life is too short to honestly just stay in your own little bubble. I think it's really just like dating, you're meeting new people. It's just in a friendship wise. I'm considering getting Bumble BFF to honestly just see who's out there. And I would also love to hang out with my coworkers more. I mean, they're all super cool. And we all live in the same area. So there we go. And yeah, just do different things that maybe you didn't do before. And you could do it with new people. That kind of dating / making new friends. I'm going to just put that on the same thing. Because then you can meet, new people, have different experiences. That jazzes up your life because you're also doing something completely out of your comfort zone, which I guess is kind of what I'm going off of. Is the way to romanticize your life is to do something out of your comfort zone. Get out and do something. Don't just sit around and live, the same day over and over and over again. You're not going to feel any joy. You're not going to feel any passion or spark anywhere. And yeah, of course, obviously, getting out of your comfort zone is the worst thing ever. And I personally am the worst at it. I like my comfort zone. It's cute. It's comfortable. But honestly, not all the time am I happy just being in the same spot, obviously. The purpose of growing as a human being is to push yourself to do new things and experience new things and meet new people and do things that scare you, even if the thing that scares you is, super small and maybe not even that scary. But I think it's important, and I think that's how you can romanticize your life. So there you have it, ladies and gents. That was my episode for today. Actually, for tonight. It's already 9:33, and it's getting dark over here. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me and listening to this episode. I will be honest. It's probably going to be a long time before another episode comes out. But just stick with me. Follow the Just Another 20-something Instagram so you can keep updated on when new episodes will come out. Sometimes I'm also the worst about posting on there, though, so who freaking knows? If you're subscribed to me, you will see when a new episode comes out. So just refresh your podcast app all the time and see what's going on. It'll be a little surprise for both you and me. Who knows when I'll be uploading again? No, I'm kidding. I do have plans to upload again. It's just life has been busy, very busy. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will talk to you in the next episode, whenever that may be. Bye.